Thrift stores offer large quantities of cool trendy pieces that are unique for a decent price. In the past, I've been searching for a specific perfect piece of clothing for some time. It was a North Face puffer vest, and instead of spending $30 or more on that item, I looked at my thrift stores around town and was able to find that item for a cheap price. I was incredibly happy to find that item, and thrifting has helped me find my style and be able to express myself through my thrifted clothes. When I find items at a thrift store, it makes me very happy, and like I just found a hidden gem. But when I shop at retail stores, I feel the opposite. Retail stores have large quantities of items, so when searching for something you may find it fast, but you will have to pay more for it, and you won't be able to experience the happy thrill of finding that item and being able to flex it that you paid for it for a cheaper price at a thrift store. Today I'm going to persuade you to shop at thrift stores rather than retail stores. According to the Cambridge English Dictionary, the definition of a thrift store is a store selling secondhand clothes and other household goods, typically to raise funds for a charitable institution. When you shop at a thrift store, not only are you finding cool unique clothes for a cheaper price, but you're also helping raise funds for charity. According to Francesco Lyman on Investigate website titled There's Big Business in Thrift, she states, today there are at least 500 for-profit thrift stores and nonprofit organizations advertising some benefit to charity, owned by at least 20 regional or national branded chains, operating in the United States and Canada. She also talks about how Goodwill and Salvation Army give to charities also. It's really awesome to hear that some of our local shops around VA are charitable or nonprofit organizations. If you shop at thrift stores, you are giving to charity, but if you shop at retail stores, you aren't. That is my first reason why you should shop at thrift stores. It's also a great way to support the homeless, and it's awesome being able to know that your money is going to a good place, and you don't always know that with retail stores. The second reason you should shop at thrift stores over retail is it helps the environment. According to a blog titled How Thrift Shopping is Being Kind to the Environment by Angela de Mesa, it states, our entire planet is covered with beautiful oceans, and some fabrics such as polyester do not decompose in water. These textiles and fabrics will stay intact, damaging, hurting, or even killing the natural wildlife from the Pacific to the Mediterranean. Shopping at thrift stores helps you save the environment and keeps it healthy and animals living. But when you shop retail, you are just encouraging more clothes to be produced that hurt the environment. You can also help the environment by reducing clothing waste when you shop at thrift stores, giving the clothes you buy a new home, instead of them being tossed away into the environment. The third reason you should shop at thrift stores over retail is it saves you lots of money. According to Discovering the Paradise of Thrift, How Thrifting, Swapping, and Trading Saved a Shopping Feed's Bank Account and Style by Bronnie Smith, published in 2018. She states, in the digging expanse of Valley Village, I found fur-trimmed vintage coats and a beautiful buffalo plaid button dress made for twirling at holiday parties, all for a fraction of the cash I have been throwing away at mall retailers. The clothes felt like living beings, special and strange, eager to come home with me for a new adventure. This 19-year-old stated in her article how thrifting has saved her lots of money in her bank account, and she is giving clothes new homes with a new start of an adventure. This girl had a very bad shopping problem until she realized that she can save more money by shopping at thrift stores and still be able to find cool, unique clothes that nobody else has. You don't always have to go in person to thrift. You can simply go on reseller apps like Depop or Poshmark and buy from there. That is a great way of helping the environment too, by giving clothes a new home. It's also a great way for you to sell clothes online and make a profit instead of throwing them away, which harms the environment. Thrifting also is a great way to find last-minute clothing pieces for an event, and instead of spending lots of money at a retail stores, for something you only wear once, why not thrift it? That's why I encourage you to shop at thrift stores because it saves you money, has more reasonable prices, helps the environment, and your money goes to charities. Today I persuaded you to choose shopping at thrift stores over retail stores. Say you shopped at a thrift store one day and found a really unique piece nobody else has. It feels amazing to be able to wear that piece in public and know that nobody else will have it. You will be able to look unique and not like everyone else with that piece. But if you shop retail, you won't be able to know for sure that somebody else doesn't have that clothing piece because of how much of one item a retail store gets at once. If the world had less clothing waste, money would be saved and the resources being used would be. According to Planet Aid, titled Lessening the Harmful Environmental Effects of the Clothing Industry, it states, while some clothing is donated and recycled, the majority of textile waste heads to our landfills where they release greenhouse gases and leach toxins and dyes into the surroundings, soil, and water. This happening affects land animals and pollutes the air. The world altogether will be more fresh and more happy if people switch to shopping at thrift stores. You have the power to make a difference for the environment simply by just changing where you shop at. I shared with you today a few reasons why you should shop at thrift stores over retail. I hope you take those reasons into consideration and might consider going to your local thrift store to thrift a whole new wardrobe.